Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Final Fantasy XVI. This is video 25, and in the last video we completed some story quest and we got back to the hideaway, and that's where we're going to start the stream at. So, the new hideaway, not the old hideaway. So, alright, hope you all have been enjoying the game so far. Let's check out any side quests we can get. What is this? Huh. Okay. Well, let's accept this side quest from up here at first. Get this new letter. And then see about this. And then head over to the map room after that. But we need to get these other things first. Alright, so let's take a look.
Culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
How could I refuse? Maybe next time. Okay.
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine. I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses? Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Okay. Well, it's not a village quest, so this one's going to be once I head out into town to do that one. So let's check these, and then we'll head and open up the main story one. Sage replay. Alright. And we could always change some stuff there, but I think we're good for now. Okay, let's go see what letter we got.
Headlands wouldn't be half as bad without all the bloody dust.
Oh wow, we got quite a bit here. Okay, an apple a day. Okay. A lad from the yard ran up a basket of martels just this morning. Sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. I told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. Was a time you'd catch none but Sid supping on these, what for their foul bite. But for him, it never were about the flavor, but about what they represented, our ability to make it on our own. And look at us now. Sid would be proud. Otto. Okay, a flame none brighter. My lord Amarcus, I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at Lazarus. But certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed and to still win those many years ago, a true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and am proud to stand alongside you once again. Wade. All quiet in the Dominion. Alright, the Dalmex and the Imperials are to stand off. They snarl at each other, fangs bared with slum curs, but neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were Amanda, lay wager, I put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you apprised. Gav. Okay. It's nice hearing from friends. That even while I'm away, my friends still write me. That's nice. Alright. Down we go. Into the main section of the new hideaway. Because there's nothing left up here quest-wise to do. So, let's go see what this one is, and then we'll go here to the Patron's Whisper. And then go check out the main quest. Okay.
For a while. Then normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. Whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what'd you say?
Sure, yeah. If you think it will help, I've got too much on my plate already. Yes, if you think it will help.
If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
All right. Sounds good. Will do. All right. Let's go see what's going on here.
How may I help you today, Clive?
All right. Listen to the Patron's Whisper.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Oh, look at that. So renown is at 85 now, so now we can get this one, the Pillow Talk. Such as the renown of Sid the Outlaw, that much of clientele would rather spend their time prating on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sort left this on the nightstand. May it serve you better than it did him. A busy courtesan. And it's a berserker ring.
Here you are.
Alright. Cool. And then we gotta wait till we hit 100 for that one to
Come again.
to get that one.
For ya.
Alright. Well then, it looks like the only thing we have left to do in this area before we head back over there is to check what's going on with this main story.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
Well, yeah.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystal sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago, in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether, and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drustanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosario, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Alright. Well, before we go any more, let's go see what's going on with Blackthorn, and then we'll talk with Jill after that. Jeez, there's still more? Okay.
Here for another of my lectures? Allow me to educate you, of course.
Okay.
One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing.
Alright, now it's good. Now we can go. Let's go see about Blackthorn again, and then let's see what's going on with Jill after that.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Okay.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. Didn't like the colour of something. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. Don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
What's up, Veer?
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Okay. Use the hunt board to locate the griffin. Alright. Back to the hunt board it is then. Alright, I'm gonna ask about griffin sightings. Dare you say you're hoping to hunt down a griffin, Kupo? Then I do have the billet for you, especially a horrible one the locals call Dosmare. And, yeah, so that is this one here. Okay. While passing along the trail from Lost Wing to Cairnorvent, one of our order was met with a sudden blast of wind so strong that it bent back the trunks of the old oaks, and heard a cry so terrible that he ran for his life. Questioning the locals revealed that this area was the nesting place of the elder griffin known as Dosmere, a beast much hated for its appetite, both for chocobos and for children. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, like, why can't I select it? It's obviously, you know, something. Alright. Cairnorvent, Westgate, and Sandbrook. And the other... So also is the other one is Sandbrook too. Cairnorvent, Westgate, Sandbrook, and Clairview, Sandbrook. Okay. Alright. Alright. Cairnorvent. Alright, let's travel over here. And then we'll maybe be able to find the others too. Here's Clairview. Okay. Cairnorvent, Westgate, it says. Okay. Well, either way, we can, let's see. What I want to know is where is the Westgate at? There's Clairview here. We can travel there and do the Clairview, but that's about it.
What can I do for you?
Alright. What you can do is you can... Let me buy this one from you.
You've a keen eye.
Alright, let's sell. What do I have worth selling? Do I have anything worth selling? Not really. That 25,000 will definitely buy us a lot. Some of these, let's see. Some of these are actually gonna be worth something. 25,000. I mean, if you know you're not going to use something as much as the other, it could be worth selling, but...
And a fine, fine day to you.
Well, we bought one anyway. Alright, let's go. At least find one of them. Alright. It's set in Clairview, so... So Clairview it is. It's somewhere in here. And then the West Gate, I'm not sure, but I'm sure we'll find it. That they'll wander around long enough till we can find this this one here in Clairview, though. In the meantime, at least this will get us some experience, even if not a lot, and will get us something until we can find that notorious mark we're looking for. Alright, 50 experience. Alright. That's what it looks like right over there. Notorious mark. I think that's it. Aruna, rank C. Okay. Alright, here we go. Level 27.
This isn't gonna be easy.
Sure it is. You just think it's not going to be easy, but I mean, this guy running through a group of people, you know, on the last stream. I think it's going to be easier than you think. Especially because we're like 4 levels above everything, you know? In this case, we're only 1, but still. Alright, time to bust out the limit. Well, you got a hit off at least. Okay. All right. Look at that. Alright. Good fight. Notorious Mark slain. Alright. 350 experience. Yeah. Alright, Clouded Eye. To see the pattern on the surface of the spherical gem shift and twist, one would think a churning storm trapped within, though it must surely be a trick of the lights.
Rest well. I know I will.
Okay. Well, now we got another notorious mark down, but it ain't the Griffin. I am not sure where the west gate would be from here. I do know I'm gonna grab these extra items that I see laying about, and that leads to more battles, and that's fine too. More experience for us. All right. Notorious mark on the west gate at Clearview, right? Unless you're talking about way down here, which I don't have a fast travel to. I have to go to Lost Wing for that. Could be down at the river gate. I might need to follow this down from Lost Wing to get it. Unless, of course, it's in a different area. Central Rosaria, Northern Rosaria. Okay. Central Rosaria, Eastern Rosaria. Yeah. Okay. Let's travel to the Lost Wing. I think we can find it. This is central, so there might be... There's got to be something. Not that way, though. This other way. Let's see if we can find it. If not, we'll return to the hunt board, take a look again. Here in about 10 minutes, it'll be time to turn off this stream and do another one. How do I keep running by it? I see. Is it this way? Like that? Yeah. I think so. Alright, we're going to have to run down here to the river gate and see if there's... Give you nothing experience. If anything, though, I don't think this griffin will really be a challenge if this is the case. Yeah, this thing isn't much of a challenge, but this one, dragon, but hopefully that griffin's somewhere up here, though.
Time to fight.
I don't know why it'd be way over here because of all these low-level enemies, but then again, maybe I'm going to the wrong gate, but it'd say the west one, and it did make sense because it said central Rosaria from Lost Wing, so
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
So I guess I was right in coming down here. Seems like we're in the right area. Oh, there it is. It's a good guess. Alright, Dosmer, rank B. Alright. Well, it shouldn't be too difficult. Same level as me.
Look sharp.
Too slow.
Yeah, half health is pretty good on one run. All right. Ain't too worried about it. And see, I'm doing all this without using any potions too. So I'd say I'm doing really, really good. You're done. Bye-bye. Torius Mark Slain. Alright. 650 experience. And that put us next level. Nice. Level 29. Alright. We just got a scarletite, one of the hardest metals known to man. Scarletite is highly sought after by those with the means to pay its exorbitant asking price, a price determined not by its rarity but rather due to the fact that the forge must employ no fewer than 5 healthy bearers to produce flames hot enough to melt the ore, at which time it takes upon the deep scarlet hue from which it takes its name. Alright.
Something there, boy. Could that be our man?
Alright. Before I do that, Torgal, come here. Hey. I'll give you a proper pet. Come here. Give you some proper planes because you're such a good dog. All right. Let's talk with this guy.
You all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Hopefully it will. Alright.
And with a bit of luck, Clive might even find the geezer.
Bloody busybodies, the both of you.
Here we go.
How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse preparing for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Alright. Good stuff. 250 experience for the quest. And Drake Slayer gear design draft. A diagram detailing steps to craft a belt and Van Britz's fit for a hero. Alright, cool. Recipes unlocked for that. For Drake Slayer gear. Alright, design drafts. You have obtained the design draft for Drake Slayer gear. Design drafts unlock new crafting options at the Black Hammer. Visit Blackthorn in the Hideaway for details on material requirements. Okay. Well, we got a couple of notorious marks in this stream off the hunt board, and we bought some new music while we were out. So, we will check these at the beginning of next stream for what we just bought and whatnot. And we'll be back for another one here shortly. And we leveled up this stream. So level 29. We'll see y'all soon for another one. Stay tuned.